Okay, let me just check my audio. Make sure that y'all can hear. Make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, can you? Okay. All right. Yo, goodness. Okay, I be struggling with the audio, so I am so sorry. But I just had to come on in and get this review over with because yeah, this was I didn't even want to record it. I didn't even want to record it, y'all. I just decided to come on in and we're just gonna do a live review. So the episode opens up with Gary and his shenanigans and all the drama and whatever, throwing his insults and all that fun stuff, and they want to beat him up. And I'm just so annoyed. I cannot be the only one that's annoyed with this episode. I just really, I think I am feeling the pain that everybody else feels when I review and I'm all happy and thinking it's just TV. Child, it got to my nerves today. It really did. So, uh, yes, Andy does convince him to go ahead and leave, and she'll call him later. So she's in there with the girls. They press her about what's going on. She confirmed that it's true, that she is going to marry Gary. And so they try to talk some sense into her, and it doesn't work really. So they're exhausted. They're leaving. Everybody's pretty much leaving except for Fatima. Fatima sticks around and she's like, I need to know what's going on because I know you better than this. This can't be it. And Andy eventually just tells her that she feels trapped. Um, she really doesn't know what to do. Gary has threatened to basically harm Jordan and ruin his career if she doesn't go through with this wedding. And I feel for her. Although this is a show, like I feel for her and I'm just annoyed because they writing Gary in so nasty. It doesn't seem realistic, like to even be that nasty and all of that. So Maurice is listening at the door. He relays to the people, the rest of the men, about what they're saying in the room. And of course, what is his name? Fatima's dude. What is his name? Rich. Rich goes over to Jordan and tells him the news, of course, that he was just at the baby shower or whatever, and Andy's planning on marrying Jordan. I'm sorry, planning on marrying Gary. And Gary does, Jordan wants to talk to Andy, of course. Like, he can't believe that she would be doing that. He tries to call her, the phone goes straight to voicemail. So he wants to go see her, but, Rich talks him out of doing that. Mm-mm-mm. I'm annoyed. Sabrina's at the bank. Maurice is Mauricing and wanting the tea. It's not any different than what he already heard, so I don't even understand that part of it. But Damien also calls and he tells her that he's finished his appointment. He's got the labs drawn. Everything should be fine. That they'll be moving forward soon. She's excited and, is very grateful. And Next, we're up with Danny and Tony. So Tony comes in, and Danny's like, "Did you hear all the drama with the what happened with the baby shower?" He heard it. He got a full ear of it. He was talking to Rich on his way over there. He gets in the shower, and his phone is blowing up, blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. Danny decides to go ahead and answer the phone. Well, really, just kind of like to check the phone, and the ex-wife has sent a nude pic of him, of her with her boob out. So, of course, they get into an argument. He's arguing, "Why are you going through my phone?" And she's like, "Why is she sending you these pictures?" You know, he doesn't hear her when she says she wasn't going through the phone. She just answered it. He leaves. He can't take it. He thinks she's being jealous and digging through his phone. And she's digging her heels in because you obviously are not addressing this the way it needs to be if this woman is still coming after you in this way. So he's leaving abruptly. He got to get out of there. He's not even fully dressed. He only has on a towel. Then they asked him, "Are you leaving with just a towel?" He said, "Yeah, I'm leaving with just a towel." "Well, it's mine. Leave it here." So he throws it at her and leaves out naked. Like, none of this feels realistic. Like, none of it feels realistic. It's just, I didn't want to do the review. I didn't even want to bring it. But I'm like, I done committed to it now, so we're here. Anyway, that's that. So, Gary and Andy are with the wedding planner. Of course, I'm annoyed with this too. Gary and Andy are with the wedding planner. They're planning the wedding. They're getting a budget. They finish that up, and Andy's like, "Look, can I go now?" And Gary tells her to fix her face. She is with him now, and that is just gonna be it. Like, the abuse of it all is just, I don't even understand. Like, I get the TV part of it and all of that, y'all, but I just really don't understand. Like, I don't I don't understand it. I don't know what she's gonna do. So he tells her to drop her panties. I'm disgusted by that thought, but she wiggles out of any horizontal poking, and he opts to just have the panties so he can smell them all day. Mm, mm, mm. She throw them at him. She give them to him, and she's back at the office. So I think I done kind of jumped around, but anyway, Karen is in her office and calls in Pam. This is another scene that really annoyed me because I was disappointed with Pam and her response. So Karen calls in Pam. She's looking at the credit card. It's pretty much maxed out. It was supposed to be just for the salon. Pam has fronted her entire business on Karen's credit card and only bought a few items for the salon. And she doesn't even take responsibility for it. Like, Karen tells her, "Listen, you did this without my permission. My insurance is lapped. The card is maxed out. You're creating things, problems over here." And Pam is like, "You didn't even believe in my business. Like, never mind that taking ownership for the position that you put your supposedly friend in, for one, and B, your boss." Like, I'm shocked at Pam. I was shocked at her response. I thought that she would be, I don't know, I just did not expect that response from her. And she has the nerve to tell her she ain't cutting her in nothing, and she'll give her money back, her little money back, in 8 months. Her little money back in 8 months. Wow. Pam may be on her way to being fired with all of this. Truth be told, I mean, that would be my move. Pam tells her that the customers are complaining. It isn't, I'm sorry, Karen. No, Pam. No, Karen. Look, I'm confused. Karen tells her that the customers are complaining, and it wasn't that she didn't buy into her business or anything. She just wanted her to do her work around there. And Pam is not the strongest worker. So I'm just really disappointed in her response. And reason number 551 why I'm so annoyed with this episode. But here we are. I've committed to doing these reviews, so here we are. So she leaves. She's gonna get her money back in 8 months. I don't know how Karen is gonna handle that. Andy is back at her office. Penelope calls her to inquire about Jordan. Andy doesn't feel like it. She's not comfortable being on the phone with her, and she's trying to urge her of that. And Penelope is like, "It's fine." Fatima comes in and asks how she's feeling. And so she has to get off the phone with Penelope, which I'm sure she welcomed that interruption. So Fatima's asking her how she's feeling. She feels hurt. She feels trapped. She feels confused. And hell, I feel the same way. And it's a TV show. I guess I've just gotten, invested in his characters like you do because I really, really do enjoy the show. But I'm feeling the same way for her, like annoyed and frustrated and just like, dang, like they could do a better something of writing, whatever this is, because I am truly annoyed with it. And I'm right there with Andy. Fatima tells her, look, I've been giving it a lot of thought. I've been racking my brain. I don't know what else um to say, but we need to just go and get rid of him. And not just out of Atlanta, like permanently. Baby, she about to get Madam on the bat phone. And she need to get Madam on the bat phone. Cause yeah. So the only light part of this episode that I got to chuckle in because meanwhile Maria is in Hayden's office wanting to set her up a weekend, honey. I don't know what Hayden is putting down, but she like it. She apparently like it a lot because she wants to get away for the weekend to Antigua, however you say it, something like that. And Hayden is like, I'm down with it, but he also tries to kind of like appease to the danger of it all and getting caught. She is in the middle of a divorce and she don't care. And I find that unrealistic. Like you're paying top dollar to get out of this divorce in the best way that you can with all the dollars, and you have so much at risk with this high powered husband that you have, and you're going to risk it all for girl something you can go over to what is that store? Insurrections or something like that, and get your rocks off? Or even on the internet and get your rocks off? Like, are you kidding me? Unrealistic. Unrealistic. But she don't care. And she don't care so much as that she waltzes her granny self right on in the office and starts coming on to him and got her hands down his pants. Meanwhile, Tamara's in the office and she's coming down the hallway. And of course, she come in there and catch them. And she's like, who the hell is this senior citizen? I needed that chuckle, y'all. I needed that chuckle when she said that because that is exactly like what? And she starts going off. What's interesting is when Marie asks, who is she says, I'm his girlfriend, not his wife. Aren't they still married? Like, they're married. I thought. I don't know. But she tells her she's the girlfriend. They almost get into a cat fight. She connects the dots with the gray pubes of it all from last week. Um, and she leaves ticked off. Marie is laughing like she's got this cynical witch like laugh. So she finds it all funny and I'm annoyed with her. Andy and Fatima caught most of the show as Hayden is chasing down the hallway after Tamara and they like, are you okay? Is everything okay? He tells them to shut up. He don't like getting caught with his pants down. Clearly it was literally. So um Marie sees the drama in Andy's eyes. She don't care about what's going on with her and Hayden either. She's finding joy in that. She sees the drama in Andy's eyes and reminds her to get some concealer to kind of cover that stuff up. She waltzes off to a gala. Girl, you losing all respect. Like not that I have very much, but you're losing all respect with these shenanigans. Anyway, Jordan comes in Andy's office. I'm sorry, wait a minute. I missed some parts. Tony is at the cafe that his friend owns. And he's venting about his tiff with Danny. So Rich is like, you know, well, why is she sending these messages to your phone? I like that he asked him that question, and I like the accountability that they're having with each other. So um he asked her why she's sending the messages to her phone, like to his phone. He kind of bypasses that Danny was upset. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know, but it's causing problems for me with Danny. She was going through my phone and that sort of a thing. And Rich just is like, what you gonna do? So I don't know what Tony's gonna do about that, but I really wish Danny would go ahead and just dead this relationship. I don't see any reason to keep it going. Anywho, um, Rich talks to him about Sabrina, and I need to back up for a second because I didn't skim through this thing so quickly. I forgot to add. So Sabrina and Rich also had kind of like a catch up after the baby shower. She needed to talk to him. And at first I was confused because they're using all this honey baby and sweetheart conversation. Like she didn't just tell him that she was taking a break, like they were taking a break. So I was a little bit confused about that. Like I thought that they were taking a break. But she wanted to talk to him because she wanted to let him know that she found a donor. He didn't like that. He asked all the important questions. Um, like all the important questions. Is this guy going to be in your life? You guys are going to have a child together. The only thing that I didn't like was kind of like he took a little nasty dig. Like, are you going to like get him off in the cups for him to give his sample? I didn't like that part that he asked, but all the other questions were valid. And she said, well, he'll be in their life. I'll keep a close connection to him or a semi close connection to him in case my child wants to know who the father is. I don't disagree with that. I just don't understand why they're still kind of playing down this road in this moment. Like, you guys are not on the same page. He doesn't want to have children. This is unnecessary mess. But I could be wrong because fast forward, he's in the cafe talking to Tony and he's telling Tony what the plans are, and that Sabrina has found a donor and that he's really uncomfortable with it. And so Tony's like, listen, she's a good girl. She's got all her teeth. She's got a good job. And she wants to have your child and she's fine. Like she's beautiful. What is the problem? And he gives a confusing, kind of conflicting answer. First, in one breath, he says, I never saw myself with children. I don't want to have children, basically. And then he says, well, I wanted to be completely established first before I entertain kids. So that writing was, it was just contradicting really in the same kind of breath, but whatever. He ends that conversation with Tony by saying, he thinks that Sabrina is the one and he doesn't want to see her get away. I guess. I'm not convinced. Um but Sabrina clearly isn't already knocked up because they're getting ready to do whatever they're going to do in the next episode. And I don't know if he's just going to bust in and kind of like break things up because she's at an appointment with Donnie or Donani or whatever his name is in the pre-search for the next episode. So anyway, I guess we'll see what happens with that. Jordan busts in Andy's office and demands an explanation. And like he wants to know, were you thinking about him the whole time and all this kind of stuff? So we'll see, I guess, in next episode what happens with that. Y'all, I know this review was rambling. I'm so discombobulated. Like I said, I didn't even want I really, really had strong thoughts of just not even recording a review. Just not even doing it for this episode because I'm so annoyed with the writing. It just seemed a little bit unrealistic. The drama was a bit much for me. Um, I guess this is the formula. Get us all ticked off one episode and bring it home the next one. So they'll be back next week. We're gonna see what happens. I guess. Um, but that's my review of Sisters. Thank you for whoever came in and watched me ramble and be all discombobulated with this process. Um, but I wanted to get it out and get it over with. So I appreciate you listening. Are there any comments? No, there aren't. It's your girl Duchess. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, family business is good. And I'm kind of watching Bros. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm kind of watching Bros. I may add that to the lineup. We'll see. But I appreciate you popping in for this janky review. I'm so annoyed with this episode. I didn't even want to bring it, but we're here. So thank you. Thank you forever who's out there. Give me at least a thumbs up since you're here. And I appreciate you guys so much. And we'll be talking soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye.